so friendly and happy and loving and compassionate. He always had a smile on his face, no matter what. I mean, we would throw him the world's craziest stuff. We'd say, we need this lab set up in 20 minutes. And he'd be like, yeah, okay, I can do it. And it was just the joy and lightness he brought to our classrooms was so palpable.
He can be can be friend to anybody, and he can work with anybody. You know, he's just he has a very positive work attitude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we can rely on him. You know, we can depend on him. And the fact that we complement each other well. His experience and knowledge and my experience and knowledge, you know, we sort of share and learn from each other.
So 14 years ago, I moved here, and my second year of being here, I went into science, and I started working with Sab then. And he was always came in with a smile on his face, and he was always cheerful and lend a hand, not pushy at all at any means, and he worked with several different people, came in through, and it always seemed to be easygoing. There was no big problem ever from him. He was always the go-to guy, and he was the one that always was steady. Like, there was people in and out, but he was always there. And so it was nice, and he always knew where he's going to go.
He was always positive. He was always can-do. He came in a lot. He kind of watched what the kids were doing. He was interested and curious about what was going on with the students in here too. One thing I really liked about him was that he often took a little time out to visit with me a little bit, and especially when we first moved here, he gave me a lot of good inside scoop on what it's like to live in Singapore and places to go and kind of how to get around here. So I really appreciated him for that too. He will be terribly missed around here, especially by science teachers, but also by kids who worked with him a little bit as well.
Sab was one of probably the kindest men that I've ever met in my life. I think that's what I can say about Sab, hands down, is he was just so incredibly kind. And he laughed with me, or at me.
Sab was a great guy. I knew him for a little over a decade. In that time, I never once saw him get mad or upset. He was always so mellow and happy, and I think the kids saw that too. So any kids that are in 7th or 8th grade probably remember Sab, always helping us out, making SAS a better place.
Sab and I worked together since day one when he came here at SAS, and I guess that was 2001 or something. It's incredible to me how long it's been, because he's been such a steady part of our department for so many years, and was always available to help us set up labs, mess around with fish tanks, and get things carted up to the forest, and even extended into things with the Roots and Shoots Club.
He's just a great guy. He just is the kind of guy who always had a smile for you. And how you doing? How's your day? I never really saw him negative or have a frown on his face or anything like that.
His smile and his advice. He always gave me really good advice about things, whether it was science, whether it was about how to stay calm in this crazy environment. Travel advice a lot of the time. We talked about travel tons. And the other thing we talked a lot about was religion and faith and family. So I'm going to miss those conversations too, because he and I shared a lot of ideas about where we come from.
Is the fact that I can rely on him anytime. You know, it's like if I do something, he doesn't have to worry, and if he did something, I don't have to worry. It's like and then also the fact that if I need help, I can just call him, and also if he needs help, I can just help him. We help each other.
Yeah.
10 years, like
Yeah.
they're like brothers.
Oh, he'd always check in with us every single day. He's always like, how you doing? Anything I can get you? I mean, almost every day. Every single day he would make sure that he he put his face to ours. And it didn't matter how busy he was, because he could also feel the climate of how people were too busy or not too busy, or can I help you? And he would just jump in and help you. Like you're trying to set up for your class, and he'd say, oh, let me just help you. So it was so nice, because you don't want to ask, but because he just says that, he'll help you, and that's always nice.
You know, I just think he was just positive with everybody. You know, so that ever-present smile and all that is it's missed. It's missed every day. So.
He always did whatever we needed with this huge smile. So happy to help out, so happy to be part of the school and be part of the program. And that's my lasting memory of him, is his beautiful, beautiful smile.
He had such a calm and gentle nature, which was so opposite of mine. So it was very nice. It was just like Mr. Calm and little gerbil head, and we, get together, and he sort of calmed me out, and he was lovely. Saab was lovely. Lovely.